Hello everybody, I'm Colin Graham. Originally I'm from Glasgow, but now I live in Chester in northwest England. Lisa has asked us to talk about connecting globally and how we got started connecting globally. I think for me one of the advantages of living in Europe is the ability to travel around and meet people. I've had a friend, basically I suppose a pen friend in Poland since I was about 11. He's now celebrating his silver wedding anniversary this year. And I've had pen friends in Sweden and Belgium and France and so on. So the idea of contacting people from other countries and other cultures has not really been anything that's new for me. I think as an educator though, the big experience has probably been the 11 years that I spent, well I suppose almost 12 plus years I spent in Japan, and I returned from that at the beginning of last year in 2010. My current global connections really have been to do with keeping in contact with colleagues in Japan. I started off obviously with things like Facebook, but I didn't really start getting going on Twitter until I returned to the UK, and again some of my Japanese colleagues suggested it might be a better way of contacting people, and that's part of the reason that I'm speaking to you now. My current global connections are a little bit through Facebook, but mostly through Twitter, because I set up and moderate the twice weekly math chat discussion on Twitter. But that's not really the only connection. I think the great value of connecting with other educators around the world is that you begin to notice common themes, common ideas, common approaches, and you realise that while the system that you might be fighting against locally or working within locally successfully, as the case may be, differs from place to place, but the techniques of teaching and what makes good teaching and what makes engaging teaching are or should be the same the world over. One of the things that was exciting for me while I was in Japan was the opportunity to go out and do some volunteer teaching with teacher training, teacher development in developing countries. Personally, I went 3 times and visited Laos. I also was in an inaugural seminar out in the Philippines. There have been other missions to Vietnam, Kyrgyzstan, Bangladesh, and so on. And I think this contact with, or the opportunity to contact with teachers who are working in situations that are very much different from yours, but still have the enthusiasm and the joy for spreading teaching, is something that has more of an impact on students than anything else you're likely to be doing. That really is all I want to say about that at this stage. I'm sure there's going to be lots of other comments about ways of connecting globally and the advantages of doing it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your conference, and thank you for asking me to be part of it.